Today, we're diving into 17 main manipulation tactics used by abusers, and chances are you have been a victim or know someone that's a victim if you are here watching this video. You are in the right place as I explain the definition of each type and describe easy steps that you can follow to turn the tables once you recognize what to look for. Manipulation tactics can come in many forms and can often be difficult to identify. Some people are experts at using subtle tactics to control and influence those around them. These manipulation tactics can occur in personal relationships, the workplace, and even in social settings. Being aware of these tactics is essential to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Today, we will explore the top 17 manipulation tactics to watch for, so that you can recognize when they are being used and take steps to safeguard your own well-being. Before diving in, we need to understand what manipulation tactics are. Manipulation tactics are techniques used to influence or control someone's behavior or thoughts. These tactics can include deceit, emotional manipulation, or coercion, and they are often used by individuals or groups to achieve their own agenda. Now let's get started. The first one on our list is called gaslighting. Gaslighting involves creating doubt within an individual, leading them to question their memory, self-trust, sanity, emotions, and identity. The manipulator achieves this by labeling the victim as crazy or manipulating situations, fostering automatic trust and control over the victim. Protection steps include: 1. First, make sure it's gaslighting by making yourself aware of the gaslighting tactics we just discussed. Did they minimize your feelings? Question your memory? Did they suggest to other people that you can't remember things correctly, get confused easily, or make things up? 2. Take some space from the situation. Getting emotional is a common reaction, so walk away and breathe. 3. Trust your instincts. Learn how to be confident in your perceptions and feelings. 4. Keep a journal and collect evidence of events, for example, text conversations to validate your memory. 5. Seek external validation. Share experiences with trusted friends or professionals for objective perspectives. 6. Establish boundaries by clearly communicating unacceptable behavior and consequences. Next is triangulation. Triangulation occurs when two individuals disagree, and a third person is drawn in to influence the outcome. Manipulators strategically use this tactic to ensure their perspective triumphs, whether by selecting a third person likely to support them or biasing information to favor their side. This diminishes the victim's inclination to question the manipulator and fosters dependency. Protection steps. 1. Being aware of manipulation. Recognize attempts to involve a third party in disagreements. 2. Question motives. Assess why a third person is introduced and their relationship with the manipulator. 3. Communicate directly. Address conflicts directly with involved parties to avoid manipulation. 4. Build strong relationships. Strengthen personal connections to resist manipulation attempts. 5. Set clear boundaries. Make it known that manipulation tactics are unacceptable in your interactions. The third is projection. Projection involves attributing one's feelings, characteristics, or desires to another person as a defense mechanism. Manipulators may accuse the victim of traits like being controlling when presented with alternative ideas and projecting their feelings to avoid confrontation with their emotions. Protection steps. 1. Self-reflection. Be aware of your own emotions and desires to distinguish them from projected feelings. 2. Question accusations. When accused, assess if the claim aligns with your actual behavior. 3. Establish communication. Encourage open dialogue to address underlying issues. 4. Seek clarification. Confirm intentions and motives to avoid misinterpretations. Fourth is trying to control aspects of your life. Manipulators seek to control various aspects of a victim's life beyond emotions and behaviors. This control extends to managing access to finances, financial abuse, hindering educational pursuits, and dictating social connections. The goal is to make the victim feel incapable of functioning or deciding without the manipulator's influence. Protection steps include 1. Financial independence. Maintain control over your finances to prevent financial abuse. 2. Set educational goals. Pursue education independently to avoid restrictions. 3. Diverse social connections. Cultivate a broad social network outside the manipulator's influence. 4. Assert independence. Make decisions autonomously to resist control. 5. Recognize red flags. Identify controlling behavior and address it promptly. Fifth on the list is name-calling. Manipulators label the victim's traits or behaviors negatively to foster feelings of inadequacy and convince them they deserve mistreatment. Starting subtly, name-calling intensifies over time, normalizing the victim to the degrading language. Protection steps include 1. Establish boundaries. Communicate that name-calling is unacceptable. 2. Self-empowerment. Build self-confidence to withstand derogatory labels. 3. Seek support. Share experiences with supportive friends or professionals. 4. Monitor behavior patterns. Recognize escalating name-calling and address it early. Number 6 on the list is generalizations. Manipulators make sweeping generalizations about entire demographic groups, pressuring the victim to conform to their perceptions. By doing so, the manipulator molds the victim's behavior to align with their preconceived notions. Protection steps include 1. Challenge stereotypes. Refute generalizations to disrupt manipulation attempts. 2. Promote individuality. Celebrate diversity within demographic groups. 3. Educate others. Share knowledge about the harmful effects of generalizations. 4. Encourage critical thinking. Prompt others to question sweeping statements. 5. Build inclusive communities. Foster environments that appreciate individual differences. Number 7 is continually moving the goalposts. Manipulators change rules mid-situation to thwart the victim's success. This could involve adding stipulations for success or highlighting disqualifying elements, keeping the victim in perpetual pursuit of approval. Protection steps include 1. Define success parameters. Clearly outline expectations and criteria. 2. Document agreements. Keep records of agreed-upon terms to prevent alterations. 3. Address changes immediately. Confront shifting expectations promptly. 4. Seek consistency. Establish a consistent framework for evaluating success. 5. Assertive communication. Clearly communicate discomfort with changing expectations. Number 8 is what's called love bombing. Love bombing entails overwhelming the victim with affection, intense emotions, and excessive time and energy. Manipulators use love bombing to rapidly establish intimacy and trust, exploiting the victim's natural desire for appreciation to deepen their devotion. Protection steps include 1. Evaluate pace. Be cautious of intense relationships developing too quickly. 2. Set boundaries. Clearly express comfort levels and personal space. 3. Maintain independence. Keep personal interests and activities separate. 4. Verify intentions. Assess the sincerity of affectionate gestures. 5. Consult trusted friends. Seek outside perspectives on the relationship's dynamics. Number 9 is when they change the subject. Manipulators use topic changes as a passive-aggressive way to diminish the victim's valid points or achievements. By redirecting conversations, they ensure the victim seeks praise exclusively from the manipulator, fostering dependence. Protection steps include 1. Stay focused. Redirect conversations back to the original topic. 2. Express boundaries. Communicate that topic changes during important discussions are unacceptable. 3. Recognize patterns. Identify repeated subject changes as potential manipulation. 4. Seek clarification. Ask why the subject is being changed to maintain transparency. Number 10 is playing on insecurities. Manipulators keenly target and amplify the victim's insecurities, particularly shame, to coerce compliance. Recognizing and exploiting these triggers allows manipulators to exert control over the victim. Protection steps include 1. Self-reflection. Understand personal insecurities to resist manipulation. 2. Communicate boundaries. Make it clear that targeting insecurities is unacceptable. 3. Positive affirmations. Regularly reinforce self-worth through positive affirmations. 4. Establish support networks. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and support. Let me ask, you are finding this information helpful? If so, go ahead and smash the like button to me know. Also, go ahead and subscribe as we continue our series on understanding manipulation and what you can do about it. Now, let's keep going. Number 11 on our list is good old the silent treatment. While normal emotional shutdowns occur when overwhelmed with a situation, manipulators intentionally use the silent treatment as punishment. This form of isolation includes withholding communication, affection, and intimacy to control and manipulate. Protection steps include 1. Communicate expectations. Establish the importance of open communication in relationships. 2. Address issues promptly. Confront concerns or conflicts directly to prevent silent treatment. 3. Seek external support. Discuss relationship dynamics with trusted friends or professionals. 4. Set boundaries. Clearly state that the silent treatment is unacceptable. Number 12 is passive aggressiveness. Manipulators communicate indirectly, using methods like sarcasm or backhanded compliments to keep the victim guessing and adapting to their moods. This ensures the focus remains on the manipulator, diverting attention from the victim's feelings. Protection steps include 1. Direct communication. Encourage open and direct conversation. 2. Address behavior. Confront passive-aggressive actions promptly. 3. Seek clarification. Ask for clarity when messages are unclear or indirect. 4. Establish expectations. Communicate the need for transparent communication. 5. Monitor patterns. Identify recurring passive-aggressive behaviors for intervention. Number 13 is being dismissive or diminishing. Manipulators dismiss or diminish the victim's contributions to maintain control. This can involve undermining successes or devaluing valid comments, ensuring the victim questions their abilities and intelligence. Protection steps include 1. Self-validation. Affirm the value of your contributions independently. 2. Express boundaries. Communicate that dismissive behavior is unacceptable. 3. Seek external recognition. Share achievements with a supportive network. 4. Confront behavior. Address diminishing comments promptly and assertively. 5. Promote positive feedback. Encourage constructive criticism over dismissive remarks. Number 14 on the list is when you are treated like a child. Manipulators infantilize the victim by treating them as younger or less capable. This gaslighting technique erodes the victim's self-trust and responsibility, manifesting in condescending behavior or taking over tasks the victim can handle independently. Protection steps include: 1. Assert independence. Take charge of tasks you're capable of handling. 2. Communicate expectations. Express that being treated like a child is unacceptable. 3. Educate others. Raise awareness about the negative impact of infantilization. 4. Set clear boundaries. Establish limits on condescending behavior. 5. Self-empowerment. Foster confidence in your ability to handle responsibilities. Number 15 is blaming the victim for the abuse. Manipulators deflect responsibility by convincing the victim they caused the emotional manipulation, fostering constant self-doubt and second-guessing of actions. Protection steps include: 1. Recognize manipulation. Identify attempts to shift blame onto the victim. 2. Assertive communication. Clearly express that blaming is unacceptable. 3. Document incidents. Keep records of instances where blame is unfairly assigned. 4. Seek external validation. Discuss the situation with supportive individuals. Number 16 is guilt tripping. Manipulators deploy guilt trips to manipulate the victim's emotions, aiming to deter future actions without prior discussion. By appealing to the victim's empathy, the manipulator seeks control over their decisions. Protection steps include: 1. Self-reflection. Assess guilt-inducing statements objectively. 2. Set boundaries. Communicate that guilt trips are unacceptable. 3. Evaluate intentions. Consider the manipulator's motives behind guilt-inducing statements. 4. Seek external advice. Discuss the situation with friends or professionals. 5. Maintain autonomy. Make decisions based on personal values rather than guilt. Lastly, number 17 is using threats or coercion to get what they want. Emotional manipulation involving threats or coercion seeks to force compliance through intimidation. This may include threats of harm to oneself or others, emphasizing the importance of setting and maintaining boundaries for safety. Protection steps include: 1. Establish clear boundaries. Communicate that threats or coercion are unacceptable. 2. Prioritize safety. Take any threats of harm seriously and involve authorities if necessary. 3. Seek support. Share the situation with friends, family, or professionals. 4. Encourage professional help. Suggest therapy or counseling for the manipulator. 5. Maintain independence. Prioritize your well-being and resist succumbing to threats. By incorporating these protective steps, individuals can build confidence to control the situation and resilience against these various manipulation tactics, fostering healthier relationships and personal well-being. The more aware you are, the less likely you are to fall victim to these manipulative techniques. Which of these manipulative tactics have you encountered? And which strategy will you work on implementing first? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe as we have more in this series of dark psychology and human behavior to share with you. See you in the next video.